Summer is nearly here, and it's important to know how to keep your cool.
Because cool is more than a temperature, it's a vibe.
What's cool is hot, and what's hot is so cool.
What?
Today on
Vida. What's cool is hot, and what's hot is cool.
Exactly.
Today was supposed to be about how to physically be cool, but
as you can see, we're still sheltering in place thanks to COVID-19. So we're talking about a whole different kind of cool.
A mid-century, handcrafted cocktail kind of cool.
Yeah, the kind of vibe you can only find in a classic 1950s hotel. Take a look.
The hotel was built in 1956. It was the brainchild of primarily three people that owned and operated the Westward Ho in downtown Phoenix, John Mills and Robert Nevelin Fail. It was a very high-end hotel, very much like it is again today. When you look at the hotel, when you drive up to the hotel, one of the first things you notice are the 300+ pound poured concrete panels, which really gives the hotel, in my opinion, its signature look. Back in 1956, this hotel was a huge draw for big names from Hollywood. Robert Wagner and Natalie Wood had their first wedding reception here. It was a huge Hollywood party. Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh were guests of the hotel. As a matter of fact, Jimmy Durante, he was a frequent guest of the hotel as well. I am sure there were many other Hollywood stars that stayed here because Scottsdale was becoming known as a place to be. The modernist movement at the time, mid-century architecture, was experimental. These architects were trying new things and very exciting, cutting-edge type of architecture. The preservation of mid-century architecture, I think, is extremely important, of good mid-century architecture. For one thing, it's good for the environment. They estimate they saved over 30,000 tons of debris from going to a landfill by preserving this hotel and not tearing it down. That being said, when you walk into the lobby, there is a fabulous fireplace that is all new to the renovation, and in the basin is heat-tempered glass, which is very expensive if you went out to buy it. However, while the hotel was under renovation, one of the large bay windows fell out. That's heat-tempered glass. They processed it. That's the glass that's in the fireplace, and I just think that is extremely cool. With the interior design, the furniture and all that they used, they were extremely careful to pay tribute. None of it's a knockoff. The lobby itself is pretty much original, what you would have seen in 1956. As a matter of fact, this is sometimes referred to as the Jetsons in the desert. We would like to invite you to see the hotel up close and personal. We offer the Magical History Tour, which is $19.56 a person, the year the hotel opened. And all you have to do is contact the hotel and I will do the tours.
I'm feeling cooler already.
Oh yeah, so cool. I never get tired of that mid-century modern look. We have more cool coming your way, so stay tuned.
Vida, we'll be right back, right after these messages. It's looking at you, kid.
Drive through your favorite Southern Arizona Dairy Queen location and check out the new Summer Blizzard menu. While there, don't forget to pick up a package of DQ treats like Dilly Bars. DQ Happy tastes good.
Su Vida is brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa. Join the cause for change.
Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. We're all about keeping it cool.
And a great way to chill is with some great tunes.
Yeah, how true. Okay, just give me a cool drink, some shade, and some Fayuca, and I'm as chill as can be. Hey, remember when they performed just for us? Have a listen.
Amores como tú solo buscan un brazo bonito y seco. No seré tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. No seré el que seque el llorido de tu corazón. No seré el que dejas pensando que regresarás. No seré tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. ¿De qué me vale tenerte? Desprecias mi amor. Si soy tuyo, cuidado que mañana no soy. Anoche viniste a verme, suplicando de mi amor. Cuando el agua entre mis manos se fue. Ay, mujeres como tú se alimentan de mi corazón inmenso. Ay, amores como tú solo buscan un brazo bonito y seco. No seré tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. No seré el que seque el llorido de tu corazón. No seré el que dejas pensando que regresarás. No seré tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. Tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. Tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. If I could sever my heart from my mind, then I would surely forget you were mine. Leave all the sorrow that you made so real, I'd feel. De lágrimas, ya verás. No seré el que seque el llorido de tu corazón. No seré el que dejas pensando que regresarás. No seré tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. Tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás. Tu trapito de lágrimas, ya verás.
Fayuca is definitely keeping it cool.
Yes, I love Fayuca too. Definitely a great vibe. But I ask you, Vanessa, what goes better with some margaritas in the backyard than some classic mariachi music?
What?
A little Marisa Ronstadt. And in my mind, I'm on a beach in Mexico, under the sun, and all this COVID-19 thing stuff is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Phoenix's own Marisa Ronstadt.
Hoy que llena de emociones me encuentro con mi jarana. You know, I've always been drawn to mariachi. It's been a part of my life. It's in my blood. And I remember being little and just fascinated with the way the music made me feel. It's a part of my culture. It's a part of my family. There was a point in my life where I felt like I wasn't good enough for it because it's so good and it's so Mexican, and you know, I'm Chicana, soy Chicana. I was born here. I am of Mexican descent, but I am not Mexican. So it's this, like, you know, people like me, girls like me, we teeter on this where do we belong kind of thing. Tonight I'm going to be backed by an all-female mariachi, which is phenomenal, you know, to be in this day and age, to be able to be in such a male-dominant genre of music and to have all women on stage. Like, it's pretty powerful. The mariachi is called Las Colibri. The director of the mariachi, her name is Susie Garcia, and she's actually pretty instrumental as far as why I'm here. She's the person that kind of sat me down 2 years ago and was like, hey, it's time. You gotta start singing mariachi again. And she gave me the nudge that I needed to believe in myself as much as she and my dad and my family believed in me.
Marisa Ronstadt.
The second song is one of my favorites, Por un Amor. It's one of the first songs that I ever learned when I began to fall into this world of mariachi music. I learned it when I was 14. I learned Linda Ronstadt's version, and it's one of the most beautiful versions that you'll ever hear. I feel like for the next generation, for my girls to be able to see what it is that I'm doing, you know, as a mom, I want them to be able to see that they can do anything. And I want my girls and any other girl that might be listening to me to get the same feeling that I did as a kid, which was, hey, I can do that. I think I want to do that. Because that's exactly what I did.
We'll be back with more Su Vida right after this.
Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
And I'm JR Cardenas, and as you can see, we are sheltering in place.
This has been a challenging time for all of us, and during difficult times, many people need a little help.
Su Vida is proud to be sponsored by Chicanos por la Causa, an organization with a rich history of supporting people in times of need. I recently got a chance to speak with President and CEO of CPLC, Mr. Adame, David Adame, on how COVID-19 is impacting their services. All right, in the midst of COVID-19, we are social distancing. That's what this is all about these days. David, you're joining me from home?
Yes, joining you from home.
I'm in my bedroom. So welcome to my bedroom.
Right.
Hey, David, so we're in the middle of this pandemic. Let's talk a little bit about how COVID-19 has altered just CPLC and everything we do in general life.
Well, it's definitely altered. You know, Chicanos por la Causa, 51 years. We just celebrated our birthday a couple of weeks ago. But again, we serve 400,000 people on an annual basis. Programs from domestic violence shelters, drug rehab centers, Head Start facilities, working with children, operate charter schools. So definitely has impacted. You know, we've rallied, and I'm very proud of my team that we've circled the wagons and are still serving our constituency. It's very important. More than ever, they need our help. So there's no way that Chicanos por la Causa was going to stop providing services, you know, from getting the right protection that we needed to serve our clients, to making sure our clients had food, to rental assistance, to now we're even helping the broader community, the small businesses. As the latest tote board, we're an eligible lender as a U.S. Treasury organization to make loans to small businesses. And the last tote board I had, we had helped over 250 small businesses to get a loan to help them get through this crisis. So we're definitely working hard to work for our community.
That's awesome to hear. That's great to see that you're helping small business so we can keep them alive after this is over, so we can keep supporting those small businesses. Now, David, I'm going to change gears here, and we're going to go to some not so great news lately. We had the passing of Gumby Salazar recently. Can you tell us a little bit about how important he was to you and to CPLC in the community?
Well, it hit me both with CPLC and personally. He actually was family. He was married to my cousin. And so I'm deeply hurt by it and miss him greatly. You know, he was a legend in our communities as a band leader. You know, he started being a performer when he was a kid to now. And I don't think there's any Latino Hispanic family in the greater Phoenix area didn't have him in some wedding of some sort, whether it was a relative or anything. Always a great person that just was always so joyful, right? And when we had our board retreats or anything like that, you could count on Gumby to lighten it up and sing a song. He was always there to remind us, never forget why we're here. We're here to help the people that need our help, especially now during this COVID-19. You know, he was sending me notes on Twitter or whatever there, on emails, and saying, David, you know, we need to make sure that we stand strong and we go after any resources that's out there and make sure that our communities get their fair share of that resource.
That's great. I was a great person. I always had a smile every time I saw him. I always said hi. He was an amazing human being, and we will miss him greatly. David, thank you so much. I hope that the next time you and I get a chance to talk, we are face to face, not too close, but at least we're within 6 feet apart. Is that okay?
That's okay. And, you know, before we sign off, you know, I don't want to forget, you know, Mother's Day is coming up. So, you know, they still deserve their day. And then Father's Day next month. So happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day to all the families.
Thank you so much, David. You take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And as the leader of our community, CPLC has got all the up-to-date information and resources you need, not just for COVID-19 in English and in Spanish, but also for census, something very important. Every person counts.
We're so proud to be a part of the CPLC team. Don't go away.
Because Vida will be right back.
Hey, Noah, where's your dad?
Hey, sorry. Here you go, buddy. That's for you. Check this out, Vanessa. I went over to Dairy Queen and picked up some dilly bars. You can actually get every flavor. Go through the drive-thru at Dairy Queen, and they can help you out so that you can stay cool.
Well, great minds think alike. DQ is the best way to keep cool this summer. Head to DQ right now. We'll wait. Happy, tastes good. I love this blizzard.
Welcome back to Vida, where we're keeping it cool.
What's better than a tall, cool drink on a hot day?
Misadventure Vodka, who's keeping it really cool.
A lot of people think that vodka has to be made from wheat or rye. In reality, vodka can be made from anything. And the reason you can make vodka from all these different ingredients is because of what the nature of vodka is. Vodka, by definition, is a neutral spirit. It is odorless and flavorless. When you distill it, you're just trying to get as much pure ethanol as possible out of there. Nearly 40% of all food that's grown in the world ends up in a landfill. And when you're wasting all that food, you're also wasting the land, the water, the resources that are going to grow those crops. And then once all that food ends up in a landfill, it creates massive amounts of greenhouse gases. So the foods that we use in our product come directly from the food bank. Grocery stores will donate all of their products to the food bank. They only focus on giving nutritious foods to the needy. Everything else, unfortunately, they end up having to pay waste dollars to throw it away. And so what we do is act like a caboose on the food system. And we are taking these baked goods in particular because there's not a lot of nutritional value. They're filled with starches and sugars, which is not great for your stomach, but they're great for making alcohols. And so if you can imagine everything in your grocery store bakery aisle, French baguettes, bagels, blueberry muffins, cupcakes, all of that is what we use to make our vodka. When we looked at this problem, we looked at it from a distiller's perspective. Instead of this being food being thrown away, this was starches and sugars being thrown away. That kind of different way of looking at the problem allowed us to kind of ask the question, like, well, can we do something about this? And could we help society's problem, and could society help our problem at the same time too? That led to about 2 years of R&D and the creation of Misadventure Vodka, which is the world's first vodka made from surplus baked goods we get from food banks.
We knew the world changed on March 9th when the Dow dropped 14 points. It didn't seem like we'd have much opportunity to operate as a normal small business when nothing in the world and nothing in the economy was going to be normal for months. 90% of our customers were bars and restaurants, so our revenue ceased. The staff basically locked ourselves in the distillery and didn't stop working until we were able to turn the company into a hand sanitizer company in order to keep the lights on. As far as being able to keep our staff and hire more employees, the scale of this pandemic and the need for materials to help people is so huge. We needed more help, so we are proud to have been able to employ members of the hospitality workforce during this time when their industry is in peril. We do have a long-term, or at least a medium-term plan to make hand sanitizer. We think that being able to help people in this way is in the best interest of our community and our business for at least the middle future. We still have vodka for sale at the distillery in Vista, and we will start ramping up production again this month, May 2020.
So on today's show, we've been cool in so many ways, but one.
Well, what are we missing?
How about some cool art? Take a look at this.
My name is Tim Lowery, and I'm a freelance artist. I started creating my own art at the age of about 6 or 7. I got started in airbrushing in high school back in 1989. I was involved in a magnets art program at South Mountain, and they had use of the airbrush there, and that's when I started airbrushing. Once I have a project, I have the initial drawing, the reference, what I'm going to use. The process of when I'm airbrushing, I get pretty much lost in it. I lose all sense of time. I don't remember from the next day to the next of what I did on the art. It's so incredible. I get lost in it. The type of art I do is mostly automotive art right now, dealing with lowriders, custom motorcycles, cars. Most of the time I get the ideas from the customers. They give me a base of what they want, and I pretty much take control after that. I just take their ideas and kind of make it my own, and I kind of add my style and artistic knowledge to what they want to achieve with it. The thing they're most surprised about is how much detail I can put into a piece in the amount of time that it takes. When I create something for a client, the best part is seeing their reaction. That's probably more worth than getting paid, actually.
Hey, well, that was awesome. He definitely made you look cool. By the way, thanks for joining us today.
I love it. I still have it hanging up in my office. All right, we hope that you stay cool this summer, and hopefully soon we'll all have some real fun in the sun. We'll see you next time on
Su Vida.